Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Talk About It podcast. I am your host, Leon Reed Jones, where we turn conversation into application. And I brought my cousin back with me again. Now, I was a little hesitant to talk about this topic because y'all know, anybody that know me know I don't want to get on this case of what I'm about to talk about. But we talking about relationships today. I know I did that in seasons past, but it's only right. Me and my cousin had good conversations about this, so why not, bro? So we gonna get right into it, man. We back. My cousin Zack is here, bro. Glad to have you on again.
You already know.
Yes, sir. So my first question, what is like a requirement for you in a relationship? What is some like requirements when you dating a girl or, you know, a woman in this case? Like, what are some requirements that you would have of her?
Requirements? I feel like the first requirement, like first and foremost, is communication. Like,
for sure.
We got to be able to communicate. We got to be able to be able to be open to see how each other feel. Like,
yeah,
that's the first thing. I think another requirement is like, I'm big on like affection.
Yeah, okay.
I'm big on affection. I'm big on loving on each other. I'm big on having love within our environment. Like, especially if we want to build something like having kids and being a family. I think that's an important thing to push out wherever you at, wherever you land. So, and then another thing is just teamwork. Like,
sure,
teamwork. Like being able to, because it's gonna be times where I ain't gonna be able to it ain't gonna just be able to me paying to be over it. Something may happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I may have to take care of the kids a lot more than you may have to go. You never know how life. I want somebody who able to turn that switch on. Yeah, I'm gonna take care of you. Yeah, I'm gonna pay all the bills. Yeah, I'm gonna handle my responsibilities. But I want you to be able to turn that switch on and be in that caring spirit to just want to do that for your family. Like, love me that much, love our kids, everything we got going on so much that's a no-brainer for you to just go make sure we straight for a month or two, whatever we got to do.
Right,
but,
yeah.
So,
sure.
yeah.
I agree with all that. I say for me, I know this sounds cliche because, you know, everybody say this, but I really do believe in this. Definitely either already has a relationship with God or facts. Trying to find a relationship with God. You feel me? Because everybody not perfect. Some people aren't raised the same. It's not an excuse, but you know, everybody is not exposed to the same light that, you know, you are, or I am, or the person down the street. You feel me? So definitely got to have a relationship with God, an authentic relationship. You know, a lot of people, they say they got a relationship with God, but it's like
they just be saying it for real.
Yeah, it's like a lot of people say stuff for like clicks and like hashtags and stuff like that, and really don't be that. And
how do you feel about that, bro? Let's talk. If we got time, let's talk. How do you feel about that if you dealing with somebody and you kind of see that they not authentically, they don't have their own real genuine relationship with God? Like, they saying that they going through the 1-2s with you, going to church, reading the scriptures, doing that, but you kind of see that they don't have their own individual, or they not taking it serious.
Yeah.
How would you go about to your, you know what I'm saying, your spouse or your lady?
I feel like for me, I think sometimes for me personally, like, it's a struggle because, you know, we got this whole thing of we not perfect, but I don't let that become an excuse because God allows us through him to correct our mistakes. So even though we not perfect, like, oh yeah, well, I had a drink and I'm not supposed to drink, or I'm doing this, I'm not supposed to do that, or, you know, the Bible talk about how you're not supposed to have piercings and tattoos, and people still got them and they've turned their life over to God. And then there's other people, they still go out and do the same stuff over and over again. I just feel like a lot of times you give all the credit to the devil. Like, oh, the devil made me do this, or, you know, sin, blah, 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 blah. And the devil is real, sin is real too. But I feel like for me, I think when you recognize that a conversation is to be had, but if you already in a position where you done had that conversation, it's like you gotta, for me, I would move on because
so you will move on. So you not gonna. So that's what I'm saying. So you not gonna go through that. That's what's crazy because if you gonna go through that storm with your, because it's a journey. And when we talk about journeys and marathons, it ain't no day. Just because you make that decision, like, oh, I see you not authentic today, don't mean that they not gonna be authentic down the line. Yeah. So when is that point? Like, that's crazy.
I think it's on the person. Like, I could give you all the game in the world. We could read all the scriptures. We could go through all the counseling sessions. But essentially, you have to hand your life over to God, and you have to let God do what he wants to do in your life, for you to be able to consistently and effectively make those choices. Cause like without God, we nothing. So it's like you can only get so far, like moving in the flesh or moving by your own beat of your own drum.
Facts.
So for me, I'm glad you called that out. I feel like I'm the type of person, well, I know I'm the type of person that's like, I'm going to figure it out. Yeah. Like whether it's something at work, whether it's in a relationship, like I'm going to figure it out. I don't want to just be like, oh, 1 and 2 happened. I tried this, I tried that, we done. Yeah. Like I want to continue until it's like, bro, I did all I could.
Right.
And so for me, it's tough, bro.
So at least you know, like I put my whole everything into this before I'm moving on, like, cause I feel like, cause that person can feel like you gave up on me, like you ain't, or they can think like you really wasn't in it, cause it's like everybody's what's like a Bonnie and Clyde, like who gonna stay the longest, like who gonna stay through everything, cause it's subjective. You don't know something, you may be like, oh, I ain't this a deal breaker for me. Right. For me, baby, like man, I'm straight, I'm gonna keep going. Yeah. So it's different for everybody. For
and that's what I'm about to say. Like, when is enough enough? I think that's the biggest thing for me. Like I know what 9 times out of 10 my deal breakers are. You feel me? But when is enough enough? Because it's not to say that, oh, my deal breakers got to be my girlfriend's deal breakers. Because I may be like, oh, that's little, and my girlfriend may be like, no, I ain't rocking with that. That's a deal breaker. I'm done. Right. You feel me? So it's like I'm always thinking about when is enough enough, or like when we talk about somebody being authentic in a relationship with God, or even whatever they do, like when do you step up and say, hey, I gotta walk away from this? Cause like, of course nobody wants to feel like they've been given up on, but when do you, like, you said it's a journey. That's an important part to point out. It's a journey. And especially you talking about marrying this person, or if you already married to him, like you can't just do like how you would if you was boyfriend and girlfriend, like, oh, I'm done. I'm sliding. Facts. Like it's a to death do us part. You feel me? For rich or poor. You know what I'm saying? It's deeper. It's deeper than, we just kicking it. We go out every now and again. We like each other. It's like, okay, we a family. We one now. Facts. So I think that's the biggest struggle for me. Like when you ask that question, because on the flip side, you don't want nobody to give up on you either. Right. But at the same time, it go back to the deal breakers, or what's enough for you may not be enough for me, or the simple fact of like me from a position of, dang, I'm constantly seeing you not your authentic self, but I think I always put it back on me in terms of like, but that's something I wrestle with, like, oh, you ain't doing this, you're not committed. You're not committed to going to the gym. You're not committed to reading the Bible. Right. But then you gotta look back at your life before you even talk about your significant other, or, in a romantic relationship. You got to look at what you doing. Are you challenging yourself? Are you pushing yourself to even? And that's really be the battle. Like, that's the thing. Like, with men, like, and just being able to understand your own emotions, understanding why you feel the way you feel, so that you can have empathy for your significant other. Like, for me personally, like, I think even with just dealing with women in general, like, you have to get them a space to be comfortable, to express themselves, whatever, whether it's an insecurity, whether it's whatever they want to, you have to create that space. Yeah. Regardless of whatever you feel, like this is supposed to be like this, men support women, bro, you have to create that space, bro. You have to be able to put your pride and your ego aside to be able to be like, I'm going to put myself first so that you can feel comfortable enough to live in this space with me. Yeah. And I think it's important, like, because a lot of times, like, because you don't want that clash with your woman. Like, you gonna have them times because they got, you know what I'm saying? There's emotions, life, you get what I'm saying? But as far as like that, you want your woman to be able to trust you. Yeah. You want to be able to trust your woman, especially if this gonna be the mother of your kids. Yeah. You want to be able to have some type of thought process, like, I can trust her with this, and that. Yeah, and I'm glad you brought that out, because I was gonna say, as a man, our role is to set that foundation, and what you said, give them a space to be comfortable, because it's a lot of women out here, the reason why they treat the guys that they are with, or they not comfortable, or they like, nah, they don't go to them for a lot of things, or they don't share things, because you haven't created that foundation or that space. Because then when we take it to a deeper level and a spiritual level, like, God has called men for us to follow him. Right. So if we following, I heard this guy say it on his podcast, he said, a lot of times men want women to follow them. Right. But I want you to follow God.
Right.
Because if we both following him, then everything is going to be in lockstep in alignment. I'm going to do my part. You're going to do your part. So once I'm following God, and then I show you like, hey, this is what we doing as far as the connection with God, and we both got a connection, then it's like everything fall into place versus, oh, why you not submitting to me? Why you not doing this? Because they see one, oh, you talking about me, but look how you living.
Right.
Or like you ain't even submitting to God, so why would I submit to you? You feel me? And a lot of times I think men take it out of proportion, and even women too. Like when you hear the word submit, you think of like somebody owning you or something like that. But it's really like, yo, we in lockstep. I'm the man of the house, not to rule with an iron fist or you don't got no say so. But it's like, hey, I'm the king of the castle and I'm doing X, Y, and Z so our family can be in a good position and I'm the head of the household. You feel me?
I feel like it's like submitting to the bigger picture.
Exactly.
Like I'm submitting too. Like it ain't our children submitting.
Yeah.
The grandmother's submitting, the aunts, the whole fam, the village, everybody submitting. Everybody submit to the bigger picture, raising the kids, making the family better. We all playing a part. It's not just you doing anything I'm saying, I'm doing everything you saying. We all got to play a part. I feel like everybody relationship different. Your part may be different in this relationship. Everybody gonna be different, but as long as you establishing, hey, this what I'm gonna do. This usually what I get into. She established this what I usually get into. Then y'all can find a base. But I feel like a lot of times, man, people just be emotional, bro.
Yeah.
So when you just be emotional, you lead with your emotions, and then stuff happening, you saying stuff, you doing things, and then after the fact, you gotta always, my fault, because you ain't sat down with yourself. Like, you gotta be able to sit with yourself because especially the opposite sex, they gonna trigger us. Yeah. Because we look at stuff different than how they look at it. Exactly. So if you trying to build with you know what I'm saying, with somebody who look at life totally different than you, gotta move totally different, everything different. Yeah. You something where you just be like, we gonna do it this way, that way. You gonna have to explain it to her, like, why we can't. You got to be like, can't get mad, you can't get angry, like, shut. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to be calm in them moments, because those the moments that's gonna build joy. Because then she gonna know when I do have whatever a question or whatever she saying, she gonna be like, he was calm, he wasn't tripping on me, he wasn't acting all crazy. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, and I think going back to the initial, like when you posed the question about being authentic, I think for me, like I said before, I always go back to, I put it on me, in a sense of when I say I put it on me, when I make that next step with my girl and we married, I'm the head. Not to say like not to say that she don't have no say so, boom, boom, boom. But I put it on me as like, what am I doing in my life? Like, oh yeah, I may not struggle with what you struggling with, but I got some struggles of my own that I ain't always consistent in. Facts. You feel me? Like, I don't always read my devotional in the morning. Right. Sometimes I got to read it later on when I get off work. Now the goal is, as soon as I wake up, I pray and then I do my devotional. That's a perfect day for me. Other times it's like, okay, Monday, Tuesday I did that, but Wednesday and Thursday I ain't read my devotion at all. I just prayed. Right. And then some days it's like I prayed, but it was like, man, I got to get to work, or I got to get all this done. I'm moving. So it's like I think a lot of times we always like, man, they doing this, they doing that, but you're not looking in the mirror. Facts. And so the big thing for me is what I learned in my relationship that I'm in now is like, bro, it's taught me like, you can't be so quick to be like, man, it's a deal breaker. And even though, some things are for me, it's like you a team. When you tell this girl every morning, we tell this woman every day you love her. Like when I tell my girlfriend I love her, I want to be with her. She my best friend. We've been at it for so long. You got to remember, you saying all of this. You feel what I'm saying? And then you got to think about what you said, the interaction. How I take that, I could be like, oh yeah, I'm going to react different to that. I'm going to appreciate it. But a woman, she emotionally invested into that. Right. Like, and on the flip side, you showing that too. Like, I'm not just telling you this. Yeah. I'm showing you with the flowers or with the dates, or we doing this, or we having a conversation in the time. And remember, like, oh, I remember you said you wanted these dunks, so we gonna go do this. Or I remember you said you wanted to go to this concert. Or I know you going to this concert, so I brought you the shirt. You feel me? They emotionally invested into that. So when I'm saying all this, you got to recount what you saying. Like, you ain't just saying it just to say it. Mm-hmm. And you got to realize you a team.
Facts.
So you can't just, if you willing to give up, not just imagine if you married.
Man.
You always going to be running.
Kids. You got somebody that's depending on you to feed them.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, people don't even, and this is why life's so crazy, because it's like, it's really, the rules, it's really just, because it's people that's good working as a team, co-parenting, but they not good relationship-wise.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Man.
Like, they great parenting, like, they can parent better than anybody, but when it comes to them sitting together, figuring out each other, how they can build each other up, they just can't ever do it. That's the crazy part about it, because it's like, that's more things that God can show you in life and things about learning and experiences through that. It's people who be like, we couldn't stay together, but all they kids, great kids.
Yeah.
Great people in society, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I feel like it's important that if you gonna have, whoever you had children with, whoever you gonna build your family with, y'all gotta have y'all gotta have something, like, you know what I'm saying? However y'all gonna do it, however you gonna feel like you gonna get there, but it gotta be something, especially for y'all children.
Yeah. You know, and that's funny you said that, because yesterday I was talking about, and this has been on my mind since last week, like how God know everything, bro. Like God knows everything, and that sound cliche. Like you, like, yeah, this God, of course, he know everything, bro. What you mean? But like, I really don't think we understand how God know everything. And what I mean when I say that is, like, God know what come with everything. Like,
literally,
I've been big on that. Like how you bring up the point about, like, they couldn't be married, but they great at co-parenting. Right. Which sounds so crazy. Like, if y'all good at co-parenting, surely y'all should be able to be married.
In our mind, though.
But he know this ain't gonna work out. But some people, they had to go through that to see, like, okay, this what we learn from. This what I need in a spouse. This what I need to do as a father, as a mother. You feel me? And God know what come with everything. So that's why certain stuff get blocked, because he know if you go over here with her, like my boy said it, he like, bro, you and meet a girl or you and meet a guy, they super cool. You go kick it with them. You could talk. You could chop it up with them. But they probably wouldn't be the woman that you need romantically. Right. Or vice versa. It probably wouldn't be he going to be here for you, but he not the guy for you romantically. And God know what come with that. And a lot of times we take those paths and be like, dang, why all this happened? And we ain't even had to go through that, because God know what come with every yes, every no, every like, oh, I'm finna go to this party. Oh, I know she like me, but I ain't on that. But like, we gotta realize sin is real, temptation real. You going there just to hang with the guys.
You ain't even thinking that.
And then you take her back to the crib. Whole time you got a lady at home. Man. But you wasn't even coming there for that. But God know, like, bro, you don't need to go there. Just chill at the crib, or you feel me? Just hang out with the guys at your house.
And it's crazy, bro. This was so crazy about it is that we got that intuition. Yeah. That's like our port. Like everybody got that story. I don't care who you is. Like, I felt something was wrong. So it don't matter if you believe it or not. Yeah. You can hear somebody who's not a believer, atheist, and they be like, but I felt something wrong. Yeah, something was telling me. Because that's the creator. So it's him letting you know, like, that's our conscience. Like, even when I be talking to Los, and he always be saying, like, we all know right from wrong. Yeah. Whether whatever situation, however your environment, however you grew up, you know right from wrong because you got that feeling. So I feel like it's important. But to just go back into what the relationships is like, you got to be able to know that. Like, you got to be able to identify everything for real. So.
Yeah, man. And what do you feel like are some misconceptions, or like some stuff where it's like, nah, that ain't it? Like some misconceptions in relationships.
Misconceptions? As far as like what though? Misconceptions about how people view relationships? Like
like how
the
people
social
look at
media thing. And then,
stuff like that.
Of course, the first thing, they gonna, the 50-50. Yeah. I'm saying, how you feel? What you think about the 50-50? Because it's some people who, they like, as far as men, they like, I can't do 50-50. It's some men who like, I gotta do 50-50. Yeah. And it's like, bro, I don't really understand it, because it's like, if you with somebody, like, especially if you with a woman or y'all locked in, wherever y'all gonna play it, and y'all building each other up, why would she want to see you just paying all the bills? You can't do nothing, like, you hurting, you poor, you miserable, and she not gonna help at all? Right. That's why but like, I get it. I get the principle, like, of men pay 100%. But if y'all a team, if we on the same team and I'm seeing you hurt, why wouldn't I do something to help you? Right. Why would I just, but then I'm telling you, we a team. Yeah. It doesn't matter. I get it, but I get the point, like 50-50, the women she got to take care of the household. And I get that too. But at the same time, maybe because they like men don't gotta cook, clean, do the dishes.
Yeah. I think it's just a lot of people. For me, you gotta. Different people say different things for real. Like 1 minute it's like, oh, I want my relationship to be like how it was when our parents was coming up. Like, oh, the man go out, he work, he do this, blah, 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 blah. But now you gotta look around. It's women entrepreneurs. It's women that really don't even need. They don't even. You feel what I'm saying? From a financial standpoint,
they don't even understand. Because, bro, that's why I'm saying, like, you got to look at the numbers, bro. Like, if women making 80,000, 90,000, 100,000 by themselves, we talking about black entrepreneurs, bro. We talking about women. Listen, you move around in a bit, you move around, bro. It be women getting to it.
Yeah.
So that changes your whole perspective because they not used to their mom back in the day. They couldn't even, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They not used to their mama having these good jobs, driving nice cars, 401k, good credit scores, for real. So they looking at it like, that first time you say something stupid, do something men always do, something we just be doing. They first reaction is, oh, I'm straight. I got the money to move. You get it?
Yeah.
That changed the playing field.
But then that go back to teamwork. If that's your mindset in a relationship, especially on the marriage level, you shouldn't be married. You shouldn't even be in a relationship.
And that's just some whole other stuff because it's like, how you gonna tell? That's the whole point of them. Like, here we gonna let the women get the money because how y'all gonna be able to slow them down? Mm-hmm. That's why I was talking to JJ. He like, we gonna have to tell women to stop being their best self, slow back. I'm like, bro, the world we live in, social media, all this motivational talk, who you gonna walk up to and be able to tell, hey, you need to dim your light a little bit?
Yeah, basically that's what you're saying. Like, dim your light.
We gotta tell them to get back regular.
Yeah.
How you gonna tell any human being who's striving for greatness to be like, slow it down? I don't care who you are.
Yeah, but then how is it regular for a woman to go back to her quote unquote regular self if that's the purpose and plan that God put? Maybe God put her in that position to be an entrepreneur. Hustler,
bro. And that's why I'm saying, because the men can't keep up.
Yeah.
If you trying to run up on a girl and she making 80, 90,000, you making 30,000.
It
don't matter.
Tough.
That's what I'm trying to tell her. It doesn't matter about that because in her mind, she listening to the motivational stuff. But they telling you don't hang out with people who making less than you, doing less than you. You got to be going towards the people where you chasing, right? That's what they say.
Yeah.
So, and they watching it because they getting money, they business, they getting to it.
Exactly.
So they looking at it like, why would I be with you when it's men out here chasing? But them men 1%.
Yeah.
That 1% of men got all the, you get it?
Yeah.
So it's just a whole thing. But like, I be trying. It's no way you can tell any human being, whether it's a woman, anything. Yeah. It's to dim your light.
Yeah, that's just crazy.
Go regular. Don't go hard all the way. Just go average.
Yeah, that's crazy. And to me, I feel like with the misconceptions, just talking on the piece about how I feel about it, I think you got to do what's best for you. Literally. Under the umbrella of what God has for you. Because everybody's situation is different. Nobody come out of, bro, it's people I know that came out of college and they ain't get their dream job, but now they're in a position where they successful in the medical field or in the law firm. Like my friend, like she graduated in 2022 and she will always talk to me about like how she might want to change her major or how she might want to do this. But she in a position now where she's doing what she want to do. Now, again, she gonna take the humble approach and be like, I still got steps to go. But it took time. It took going through different things. Man. So it's like everybody is in a different position. Some men don't come out making 50, 60,000. Other men do. So it's like,
at the end of the day.
And it ain't always because, he a bum or he ain't working hard enough. Some dudes put in work every day and then stuff don't pay off until 5 years later. You feel me? It's just a journey. And it go back to what you said, the journey. Are you willing to wait for that?
And that's what I told him. You gotta, and I don't even be wanting to be this person. Like I don't want to. I'm just a numbers guy. It's the numbers is there.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, how you gonna tell? Okay, so say we 25 around that 25, 29, 30 area.
Yeah.
So at this point in everybody's life, everybody trying to create their career.
Right.
So when we get to in our 30s, people got kids, their career flourishing, they buy houses, we gonna be having houses, grilling, family. This is what's gonna happen. So people building their careers now.
Yeah.
Well, the people who want to,
right.
I see a quote all the time that always say the people through 25 through 30. This is the time to keep running because people at this age is what? Giving up on their dreams. Because they think what? It's too late. Because they on social media and they seeing people with 22 Lamborghini, like you 22-year-old with a Lamborghini, he doing YouTube and stocks. They like, I'm losing. But really, if you look it up, it's people don't make their millions and make a lot of money till they be 40. For men, 40, 50. So that's why you got to be able to understand, like, life is about being able to adapt. You got to adapt on the regular, daily. So if you got a hard time adapting, like, man, I ain't never worked a job before. It's gonna take me a minute to get. Man, you gotta
work.
You gotta figure it out, bro. Like,
because when you had kids, they not worried about none of that. Like, they still need to be fed, clothes.
And this why I'm saying, Lee. This one I learned that it's just different type. Like, God is real because it's different. Sure. It's women out here, bro. Listen to how crazy this is. It's women out here that really was like, I had a child, but my husband or my baby father or whatever, he don't want to step up to the plate. They turned something on and was like, I'm gonna get 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna get 3, 4.
Right.
Like, that's why I don't think people, like, it's people really in Detroit, it's women, single moms, we see all the time walking 3, 4 kids. They got 3, 4 jobs, bro. Yeah. When a guy, they baby father, he don't want to get 1.
Right.
He having a hard time with 1, bro.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying, like, that's a whole generation of women. We just creating them like that. So how we gonna tell them you a hustler at that point?
How we gonna tell you used to it at this point?
How we gonna tell you slow down so that we can catch up? When the whole point of you jumping into it is because why? We couldn't step up to the plate.
And then if they do that, and then we fall on hard times, and then they upset. Now you want to throw it back in their face like, oh, why you couldn't keep? But you just told her to slow down.
Come on now, bro.
You feel me?
That's why I'm saying at the end of the day, that's why it's going to change. That's why it's like almost like men, like you kind of got to be able to, intake, you got to have knowledge, but you got to also have the wisdom spiritually. Like, you got to read your Bible, you got to read the word, and you got to pay attention in life. You got to pay attention with your relationships. You got to pay attention to when you dealing with women, when you dealing with people in general, bro, you got to be aware because you don't know, especially in the times we in now, you don't know who you talking to. So you got to be aware, bro, and you got to understand, especially if we black men.
Right.
It's a pivotal time in the world right now for us. Like, it's a time where we can make a lot of money, or we could do something, you know what I'm saying, totally detrimental to our lives.
Man, look, bro, I'm about to go to this scripture because it's like when you talk about the journey, bro.
Man, the journey's so real.
It's like you gotta really be, like my dad always say, like, when you see how people move, and it's any type of relationship, and this is what I've been finding out, like, that's why I go back to God know what come with everything.
Man.
Like, you gotta have a real one by your side. Cause this life, we doing life, then you factor in kids.
Man.
Like, bro, it's not gonna always, what I'm learning is, bro, like, it's gonna be some stuff that make you question, like, bro, should I really even still be in this?
Daily.
Should I still be, you know what I'm saying? But if you can allow God to help you through that, like, bro, your relationship is only gonna flourish. Cause you're like, bro, we done been through something like this before.
So much.
Like, we could get through it. And I'm not saying, like, stay with a woman or a man if they cheat on you, they beat on you, do stuff like that. I'm not saying that. But, like, it's gonna be some times where you like, man, I can't
stand this person.
I can't deal with this on top of your personal life and your journey. You feel me? But you gotta be able to trust God and know, like, he got you through all that because, again, I keep saying, like, he know what come with everything. And it's the scripture from Proverbs 18:22. It says, if you find a wife, you have found something good. She knows that the Lord is happy with you. Bro. And I read that because, like, bro, when you find a rider, you ain't even gonna have to worry about how she gonna feel if this, cause God done already designed it. Like, this is the woman for you. This is the man for you. So you ain't even gonna have to worry about, is he gonna leave? Is she gonna do it? That's why he ain't gonna send you nobody that's gonna do you like that.
And that's why I gotta have, like, me, like, that's why it's important about like acknowledging your journey and understanding your journey, like being able to sit and reflect.
Right.
So you can know, like, cause we make mistakes, bro.
Yeah.
Like you ever sit down like, dang, I ain't even think in the moment about what I did, but that was I shouldn't have did that. I should have did this. And I think it's important now that I'm getting older, I can understand, like, I need a woman who's a real believer. Like she really got to be able to pray over me, pray over the children, like pray over the house, pray over the, you get what I'm saying? I need that. Like, so it's like, it's important, bro. But at the same time, bro, I have to be locked in, bro. Yeah, no, sure. Like for real, you have to be locked in.
Definitely.
Because look, but we are men, bro. We still have to be I gotta provide. I still have to, like, you get what I'm saying? Like it's hard. It's hard for us to be able to, because you still gotta be there. I have to be there for my family, but I still have to be locked in when I go outside in this world.
Exactly.
And produce. I gotta move. I gotta get on my feet. That's why I really love Wallow, bro.
Yeah, facts.
I think Wallow is a great person to just look at, like just to listen to. Why? Because it's like, bro, okay, he ain't got no kids, whatever, but it's like, bro, he chasing something.
Yeah. It
ain't about what people think. I'm locked in, bro. I'm locked in. I'm trying to build, this is legacy, bro.
Yeah.
I just think anything we approaching, our relationship, your children, your family, approach it like it mean 100% everything to you.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it.
Yeah, man. Like ET say, man, give 120% every time. And so, do you agree with this statement here? And if you don't, if you do, go into why. So, I saw this post. I think I saw it on Facebook and Instagram. It says, let's normalize dating in separate households. Meaning, like, me and my girl wouldn't be able to stay together, right? And I'm not doing that regardless because, like, I believe in the Bible. I believe in God. You know what I'm saying? But how do you feel, like, from your standpoint? Because I've heard people say, like, oh, well, I got to stay with my girl to see how she is, or I got to do this, that, and how you feel?
With that, bro, that's just, like, just something to talk about. Like, why would you want to be dating, married, anything, get separate houses? Like, that's just something you hear, like, people say when they be just, like, trying to be funny. Like, you know, just, like, when you got relationship problems or something like that. But I don't believe in that, bro. Like, I just, like, separate, because it don't make no sense. Like, we a unit. Like, whatever, like, it's nothing, like, but that's probably because that's me, though. Like, I don't like it to just be awkward silence.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't that type of person. Like, I'm gonna break the ice. Like, even if I did something wrong, even if you did something wrong to me, I'm just like, bro, it don't even matter that much. Like, it's because I'm always like what's the bigger picture? Yeah. Like, we got kids. Yeah. Mortgage. Rent, you get what I'm saying? I'm not about to let it. We married. Yeah. We got money, ties, and investments. I'm not about to let no petty argument. Like, we trying to build something. Yeah. That's why it's important, like, to find in the beginning stages, when you boyfriend girl, I'm asking questions, bro. I'm a communicator. Yeah. Like, so I want to talk about stuff like that, especially because if this the person you choose, and you choosing this person to build everything with. So why you not asking the questions that's gonna be important?
Yeah. So basically what the post was saying, like, you not married in separate households, but you in a relationship. Like, y'all ain't married yet.
Oh, y'all just in a relationship.
Yeah. So
you could do a relationship and y'all in different cribs, because that's like when you in high school, you got a girlfriend, she got the other crib. Yeah. But you can do that though. But I feel like after a certain while, like if you a man, you got your own everything going on, and this your girl, but she probably may not even want to stay with you though. She may want to have her own everything. But see, like for me, bro, I'm not even like, that's what I'm saying. Like when I be hearing stories about men and stuff, like what women be and what it be, I be like, that's crazy, because I don't even play it like that with women, bro. I'm super like, I'm a lover boy. Yeah, so I'm super like, let's be together all the time. Yeah. That's why I be hearing, like, why do men want to just, how you want this to be a girl, but you don't want to be around her? It's weird. You get what I'm saying? It's weird to me because you chose her. Yeah. Like, that's the only thing. I can understand if it was like, if you know arranged marriages, that's different. Like when I talk to you know what I'm saying? They be like, no, my parents put us together. Like, literally. Yeah. That's different, but you come on, bro. You text her, you call, you DM her. Yeah. And I don't want to be around her. But it's your girl.
I think you definitely do need space for sure. Like, I go back to
you on distance though.
Biblical principle and everything. And I think, like, because we started off like being in the same area because I met my girlfriend in college.
In school, yeah.
You feel me? Down
so y'all was probably together all the time.
Yeah, but it was never like a situation where it's like we didn't want to be around each other. Yeah. But we understood, like, you got your friends, I got my friends. I'm gonna go hoop.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go chill with the guys. You gonna chill with your best friend. You gonna chill with your family. Like, we understand that it's space needed, but it's still fresh when we hang around each other because we giving each other that time, or we texting, we talking, or you may, before I leave, just like I did before I came here, I called her, told her I loved her on the way to the studio. Like, bro,
facts.
It's like, for me, what I've heard from cousins, friends, like, people like, oh, bro, don't move in with you. And I'm not doing that no way, but I just feel like sometimes.
What age do you feel like it's appropriate for you to move in? Like, what time, like, I gotta ask this, what time do you feel like you gotta be like, we gotta move in together? It gotta be a time.
Well, for me, we're not moving in until we married. For me.
Oh, like, so until y'all get married, so it's really on you.
Yeah.
So it's really y'all going based off how you feel.
Because, like, I heard somebody say, like, you got to see how your person is. And don't get me wrong, like, when you move in with a person, you get to see more of that. But
totally
like,
different.
I don't need to move in, for me, I'm just saying me. I don't need to move in with my girl to know how she is. I know my girlfriend is a clean person. I know, like, I know these different things. I don't have to live with her to know. Like, I know a lot of times she's not a morning person. You feel me? So she may say something in the morning, but she's not really trying to have a full-fledged conversation at 8 in the morning, bro. Yeah. That's just not her. Me, I could wake up and be ready to talk.
Right.
But I understand and respect that. But that's because I spent time. It's something like you told me, I think a year ago. Like, if my girl keeps saying, like, man, it's this new Fenty perfume that I like. And she keeps saying that, she not just saying that for no reason. Right. Whether she gonna go get it on her own or I'm gonna get it for her, right. She want that. Right. That's obvious. Or like recently, she like, oh man, these green dunks is fire. You feel me? And she kept talking about them. She want them. So it's like, when I know that, okay, boom. Case in point, my girl, she just got a raise at her job. So what I took the liberty to do, she don't know this, and she not gonna know this until she watch this, but I went and got her some flowers. You feel me? And they gonna be delivered to her this week because I understand how much she like flowers, how much she love flowers, how much the little things matter. So I don't really gotta move in to necessarily know how my girl gonna be. Now there's some other things I'm gonna learn along the way as anybody else would, but nah, I'm straight.
You chilling.
Straight
You chilling for real because you putting the work in.
Yeah.
Putting the time, like, because that's what you actually want to do though.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't finessing it. You ain't trying to do it for, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for other reasons.
Yeah,
like to
you
look
doing it because you genuinely care about this person. Yeah. So that's naturally she gonna see like, oh yeah, he care about me. I'm gonna go 2 times harder. And you already know.
And I think, bro, like, going back to what you said, like, people do stuff. Like, I heard Eric Thomas say this, like, man, how you and your wife still together and blah, blah, blah. He like, man, I want to start ironing clothes. I want to start doing this. He like, bro, you say that, but you probably ain't trying to put the commitment that I'm in doing this. I'm doing this because this what I want. Like, this what God told me to do. Yeah. Now, if you start doing it, that's cool, but you probably ain't going to last long because then you're going to be like, I don't normally do this. Right. She do this.
Right.
But he levels ahead of you because he been trained. He putting in the work. Yeah. So like, no, this was gonna keep my marriage alive. You just getting started. Like, don't go into it.
He doing it regardless.
I wouldn't even say wrong reasons, because like everybody got a reason why they do something. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I always go back to, you know, why you do what you do matter. Like, you can't see me and be like, I'm gonna do this.
Who you know? It's always the why. Like, you can't. That's why it can't just be, oh, it is what it is, and it ain't no. Everything has to be a why. You shouldn't be just doing stuff for no reason. Like, come on, you basically just disrespecting God. You just basically, I don't care about my time. I'ma just do whatever. Like, I ain't gonna, come on, bro. And then that's why I'm saying, as a man, and especially if you, that's a big thing, and that's good to just be able to recognize that as a man, because if you can recognize that, then you can implement yourself into the situation to be able to, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. Cause bro, what, you a man. You, even if you worked whatever, bro, you could take 10, 15, you a man, bro. You could do this in front of your wife, bro. And make her feel good and let her drink a little glass of wine and chill while you knock the dishes out and make sure the kids go to sleep. That's gonna make your girl look, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She gonna jump on you even more. Cause she gonna be like, oh yeah, he really standing on business. Right. Like, he not just like, doing the same old. And then that's why I'm like, that you doing the same old. You ain't even switching it up.
Yeah.
You just
and
coming
it's not
in the
authentic either. You saw somebody else do it, so you like, oh, let me do that. And it's not to say that you don't learn from other people, but it gotta be authentic. Like I'm doing this for this. Like, no, I want to do this. It gotta be like, you want the outcome of like what's gonna be on the receiving end, but you doing it because this is your wife. You love her. You care about her, not because
mother of my
I want to get some brownie points or like, oh, bro said this gonna work.
Right.
Because then when it don't work, you gonna stop
like,
doing
man,
it.
I feel like you shouldn't even want to be in a relationship with somebody. You feel like that's why I'm saying you got to be able to find somebody who make it worth it. Cause the relationship gonna be hard.
Yeah.
It's gonna be points in each relationship that you gonna say something, they ain't gonna like it. You say something, they ain't gonna. It's gonna always be points like that. Like everybody ain't gonna be 100% just you said something and it was the flat. It ain't gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, all right, yeah, woo. But if you be able to put I feel like as a man, you should that's why you got to be in tune with yourself, though. Yeah. If you emotionally unavailable, the stuff we saying, you ain't even thinking about.
Right.
You ain't even thinking of that. But that's what I'm saying, though. And that's another thing, even especially with our women, they just settle for the bare minimum.
Yeah.
They just mad. They ain't looking past it. They just so, conflicted because they just so, like, all y'all bare minimum, all y'all just, when there's some guys out here that really treat them, the right way.
They want to be treated, yeah.
And they so blinded. But I feel like personally, that just come with time. Like we young, we in our 20s still. You got experiences. That's why I like Gary V. He always say, when he always ask somebody like, how old are you? They be like 25, 26. He be like, man, go make some more mistakes. Yeah. Go, not saying it like that, but go live. Like that's why I don't understand. Like I'm seeing people like, especially like in their 20s, and they really like they don't have no understanding. Like they not listening. Like they like, oh, I'm 20, I'm 31, 32. It's over. Yeah. I'm not rich, it's over.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? But it's like, how can you even look at life like that when you seeing people who look like us? Like, I didn't get it done until Jay-Z 40. They like, I ain't really hit until my 40. You know what I'm saying? Start getting real money. And it's like, I don't be understanding it. It's like, but that's because of who you listening to. You got to have mentors and you got to.
Yeah. And you got to stop looking at people's life, like from a relationship standpoint.
Social media.
You know what I'm saying? Comparison, a thief of joy. If you looking at it ain't no disrespect to them. If you always, like somebody I went to school with, her family doing well. She about to get married. Mm-hmm. She got 2 kids and he has a kid. Like I actually just saw a post before I walked in here, like they doing good. Right. You feel what I'm saying? She made a post about how like, her daughter was like, joke with her, like, Ma, we broke. Like, why we can't go out every other weekend no more? She like, no, it ain't that we broke. We just doing what a family need to do. Right. So now we just gonna turn it into once a month. Right. You feel me? It ain't that we don't got money. It's just like our family, the bigger picture. Yeah. I'm not trying to keep up, as they say, with the Joneses.
And that
like, I'm
more
not trying to, you feel me?
Than anything.
Because then the kid will see that and then they won't realize it till later on. Like, dang, I see why my mama did this. I see why my dad did this.
It bring you together.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be always watching somebody like, oh, our relationship gonna be like this. No, we gonna learn from others who've done it longer than us. Fact. But we gotta be our own selves, our authentic selves. Like, oh, I ain't rich. Well, what if God? And it's not to say that God don't want us to be wealthy or rich, but you gotta understand everybody's journey different, bro. What happen in that romantic relationship may not happen in yours, bro. You got to be okay with that.
Accepting stuff.
Yeah.
Accepting. I like how Future got the song that accepting my flaws. Mm-hmm. And that may sound crazy, but it's accepting yourself for where you at. Yeah. It's not about me accepting my flaw forever. It's me looking in the mirror and be like, man, this is who I am. Mm-hmm. Because people don't even get to that part. People aren't looking in the mirror and be like, I can't even look at myself. Yeah. I can't even say, like, I can't even be accountable towards me. Yeah. Millions of people like this. Facts. Can't even deal with the emotions of being like, you were wrong. I'm wrong. They can't even do that. So that's what we dealing with. Like, so it's important to be able to take the time to especially if you dealing with your significant other and you see they not really well, they not good with their emotions. Or they not as good, emotionally intelligent as you. They can be able to sit and reflect, and then you got to be able to, because it's teamwork, bro. Mm-hmm. If you see something needs to be done in the team, it can't be, oh, but you don't do it, though. Mm-hmm. That's why I don't like on the team. I do this, but you, man, we a team, bro. Whatever it needs to be done to get it done. Because this what it's about. It's integrity. I'm going to do what's right. I'm about to, I got to set a screen. I got to, whatever, bro, just do it. Yeah. Because it's going to pass over to everything in your life. Yeah. Your relationships. Because I'm telling you, bro, it's it's a constant. You will start feeling better about yourself.
Yeah,
For real, for real.
yeah. So I guess the last question before we get into the game is, what is the best piece of advice from a relationship standpoint that you've heard or somebody has given to you?
Best advice that I done heard about a relationship. Man, I can't think of the best advice. Like the best advice that I could think probably is just, I say, what's the best advice though? What you think? You say yours first so I can think.
I would say for me, it comes in terms of like the long haul, the bigger picture of things. Like it's an elder at my church.
Facts.
Shout out Elder T. I go to him a lot about relationships or whatever. And he told me, like, basically you got to decide what's what. Like, you got to weigh stuff. So in my relationship, is this worth, if this argument worth you not being with your girl for the rest of your life? Like, is this worth losing her because you didn't like this? Or, and sometimes it be some stuff where you could say, yeah, but then you got to go back. What I always do is like, I done built so much with her and I want to continue to build with her. Not to say that I just don't think about the stuff that happens in our relationship.
Yeah.
But look at big picture.
Man.
Look at the conversations you having with God. Look at what you telling her. I love you. I want to be with you for the rest of my life. Like, if you ain't really that, if you not trying to do that, then don't be with her. Don't keep selling her that dream.
Man.
You feel me? It's like, cause they emotionally, like when they see you ain't just talking about it, you showing it, you mean it, you showing up. So it's like, when you tell me that, I'm all in with you.
Facts.
So then when you at the jump of a gun or we got a few hiccups or some stuff get tough and you like, I'm done. Cause it's like, bro, when you ain't never really sat with something like that before, or you ain't really never went through that with another person, like, okay, high school relationships, yeah, cool. But when you get older, you understand, like, bro, that was just, I liked her, she liked me. And y'all could have genuinely liked each other, but it ain't on no level where you at now as an adult. Yeah. Where you got to make certain decisions or you got to have them conversations. People ain't having them conversations in high school.
You got to consider somebody else's feelings when you making a decision. Like,
yeah, because it don't just affect you.
To me, that feel good, though. Like, I like being able to wake up and know I got a partner in life. Like, this your real partner. I think for me, man, you got your partner. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do. But I think I just got to I'm locked in though, bro. I'm in a whole different bag. You know, I'm locked in. I'm trying to be established. That's really just the main thing for me. I just don't want to bring no family, into chaos. That's just me. That's just how I feel. Like, I just don't want to be knowing I did that, knowing I couldn't have the discipline, at least be able to make the right decisions before, you know. Yeah. But yeah, though, man, it's important. It's important to really, I think the best advice that I ever got was, I think T Grizzly said it on the Breakfast Club. He was talking about how, like, it's on you. Like, you know when you ready. Like, as a man, you know all the games, whatever. You know when you ready to just lock it in with one female, build, do the right thing. I think that's big for him to know that, though. Yeah. So he done got to a point in his life where he can understand that. He probably knew it before, but it's like, to be able to know that, though,
and walk in it, though. It's one thing to, like, know, because we know, bro. Like, you know when you make certain moves, like, I ain't really feeling her for real.
Man,
like, I ain't really feeling him for real. He just gonna pay for my food.
Facts.
He gonna do this. If I don't got nothing to do on Saturday, I can go hang with him.
Facts.
We can go do this. I could go chill with her. But when you know, bro, that's like I feel like, to me, I would be more embarrassed, or like my conscience would be eating me up that I know what's going on, versus like if y'all know, I care less. Like,
what you mean?
Like, if I know, like, I really don't like you for real. Like,
oh yeah, I know I ain't really
eat me up. Just how I'm wired. Like, bro, I know I really not trying to rock with you for real.
I'm wasting time.
And it's like, that's what keep me, like, bro, if I know I don't want to do something, I'm not even gonna tell you, like, man, hit you with the runaround. Like, it's just gonna be, no, I'm good, bro.
Literally.
You get what I'm saying? Like, cause it ain't no
straight to
I just feel like, why I'm gonna waste time? Like, you can waste time. Man. I ain't never, and my pops always taught me, like, when I used to get in trouble, he'd be like, bro, I say, like, this person did this. He like, bro, I didn't come here for you. I mean, I didn't come here for them. They told me you got in trouble. So I need to find out why you did what you did.
Yeah.
You can't control.
You
I can't
don't even want to know
you,
what they did. Just
bro,
know
it don't
you,
even matter. They could have did the craziest thing.
you literally
like,
got to explain what you did.
you feel me? So it's like
Holding you accountable.
That'll eat me up, like knowing like, bro, I really not invested in her.
Man.
And then you look up, it's 3 years. Or it's this or this. And she could have been doing something. And so I look at it from it like she could be doing her own thing, or I could be doing this. I don't believe in wasting time.
Yeah.
So it's like, on top of like understanding, you weighing stuff like, okay, what's important, what's not, the bigger picture. Are you gonna let this deter you from your girlfriend? Or, and again, I don't let that skew me from making decisions, or just like, oh nah. But I also don't let the fact that we've been together a long time, or we done went through this, I know this person in your family, you know this person. I don't let that stop me from making a decision that's best for me. Because a lot of times people be like, well, I can't leave because we've been at it since high school, but it don't matter. I would rather be by myself and do what I'm supposed to do versus be with a person that I shouldn't be with. Right. So I feel like on the back end of that, like,
man, people be so emotional, bro. It's hard. I think like it's hard for you. I mean, it's because you was raised that way, but it's like a lot of people really don't have no emotional intelligence. Like they don't even know why they do what they do. Yeah. And they got kids. So that's just the whole, you got to understand who you dealing with. And I think it's important to be able to find somebody who's equally yoked. Like when they say that, when they be like equally yoked, it's important. Like you have to find, and it's women out here that instill the same values, like that want to see they want the same thing out of life. Like, yeah. So I know for me, like it's important to just stop wasting time, be intentional. Yeah. That's my main thing. If you gonna move how you move, be intentional. Like at least be you know what I'm saying, be around a crowd where people that's headed towards where you headed. Or wanna, you know what I'm saying? But it's crazy out here though, bro. It's way different being high than it was when I was younger. Like just people, like social media changed. Like I've literally seen Facebook jump off and how it changed people, how it made people start seeking validation from the world. Right. Like I'm about to go crash out today. Yeah. It was different back in the day when we was pulling up and you just only knew what was going on right there. Exactly. It hit different.
And yeah, that intentionality is an important part because like for me, I'm a person like, bro, just tell me if you don't want this. Just tell me if you don't want to be my friend. Just tell me if you
It's hard for people for that.
But it's like people be telling, what I learned is like people tell you and then they show you. Like if you text a girl and she ain't texting you back, it ain't that your game weak is.
She not interested.
She don't want you. She done looked at your story every day. She ain't hit you back. Bro done looked at your story every day. He didn't call you back. They telling you, no thanks, I'm good. You feel me? Other people would just be like, hey, I'm straight, I'm good, don't worry about it. Because they could just say, hey, I'm good. But people show you and they tell you, bro. Like my mom always used to say, I can show you better, I can tell you. People show you all the time. So
every
if you
time.
Like, hey, I don't like when you do A, B, and C. And they keep doing, they're like, all right, I got you for sure. I'm not doing that no more. But their actions is showing you, bro, you showing me you don't care about what I'm saying to you, bro. So back to the being intentional part, like you can ask people to tell you straight up, but it's only a handful of people that's gonna say, I don't like her. Literally. I don't like
real
him.
Is rare.
You feel what I'm saying?
Real is rare. So people ain't everybody walking around because first of all, it's some people they don't want to. They might crash out. So they wearing their mask like, don't say nothing to me because I may act crazy on you. Yeah. So let's not even talk about it. And that's why I'm saying like that's the cheat code God. That's the wisdom God give you when you don't got no ego. Yeah. Once you let your ego let go, let God, let go of everything you think you supposed to be or how life's supposed to treat you. That's what be holding people back from their blessings because people be faking. That's why I be telling, I'm like, bro, you can fake with us. We not God. We ain't. How we gonna know what you really, if you genuinely, if we telling the truth or not? We ain't never know. Yeah. But God know exactly what's on your heart. He know why you saying what you saying. So you can't finesse him. Right. So
and you know at the end of the day,
and you know. So that's why I'm saying people be talking about it. I look karma real. Everything real. Like people be, this person looks so happy and or they look like they so nice. You don't know who people really is. I'm just being for real. Like you don't be knowing who people really is for real, bro. So you gotta be, that's why you gotta be in tune. Like, man, the energy don't feel right. Yeah, it's something ain't right. Yeah, like it's important for real.
Yeah, that's a fact. Now we gonna get into our game, man. This might be the best game I done came up with for the podcast. So now This is the let me get to know you portion. So I'm gonna have you go first.
Bet.
It's categories in this box.
So you
gotta scramble them around.
All right, you scrambling, bro.
Grab it. Grab one. Whichever category it is, you're gonna read it, and then it's gonna be something on there. You have to pick which one off of the list that you got that you would prefer.
Off the thing.
Yep. So read the category first. What does it say?
Who are you?
Okay. You got to pick which one.
All right. Say who are you? Plan the event or show up to the event? Come on now. I'm showing up to the event.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie.
I'm showing up. I'm showing up to the event. Like only because I can't plan an event. Like I'll be a good planner for real, but I'll be mad if everybody don't show up. If everybody don't do everything they supposed to do the right way, bro. Like
yeah.
Even if when I plan do my wedding, I'm gonna be, bro. You will be there, but I'm gonna be mad. You gonna see me like you been mad because I'm gonna be just trying to make sure everybody regular.
Is everything.
Cause I'm gonna be like I gotta plan it. But most of the time I'm showing up.
Yeah, I'm a go. I would say show up. I feel like I'm a good host. I would be a good host.
Yeah, you a good host.
I don't know.
Planning it from the start to the finish, like where you gonna be at, setting up.
Yeah, I feel like I could pull it off, but I would much rather just show up or be the host.
It make it better.
I'm gonna pull one.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I thought you was gonna shake it up. You just grabbed it. You got a whole bunch of them.
Jeez.
You might as well grab that one.
All right. This category says growing up. Growing up, you got to pick one. Codename Kids Next Door, Fairly Odd Parents, or Rocket Power.
Ooh, you did that one, bro. Oh, I ain't gonna lie. You know me though, so you already know. I don't know though, bro. Rocket Power, but you know what's so crazy? I loved Codename. Like I remember when it first came out, but
first drop.
Rocket Power is a classic, bro.
Yeah,
that changed my whole mood. But you, Fairy Odd Parents, that's a classic. Like,
yeah,
I don't even put that with them because that's just a classic. You gonna watch that? Like,
I would go Rocket Power for sure. I think the vibes was just Codename Kid Next Door was fire because they had the missions, beating the villains and everything. Yeah. But Rocket Power just brought the vibes for real. Like skateboarding, good vibes. You know?
Snowboarding.
Yeah.
They did everything. Bikes, bro. Everything. BMX. They was cold at everything, bro. Like then just the story plot, and then it just made it low key made me just want to be where they was at.
Yeah.
For real. Like it just made me want to be with them type time.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I would go Rocket Power. Your turn. We're gonna do two more.
All right, man. I grab one. It say, I grabbed the same one. I would say, who are you? It say, who are you? Are you the one that say, I'm going to call you back? Or I thought I'd text you back. I'm going to call you back. Or I thought I'd text you back. I'm going to call you back. I'm going to say, I'm going to call you back just because, like, I ain't really even that type of person to be like that. Like, if I'm on the phone, bro, you going to have to tell me to get off the phone. So I ain't gonna never be, unless I'm really gotta do something or I'm just not really trying to talk. I'm gonna call you back. I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna call you back so horrible that people know that I'm lying. Like, they know I'm lying. Like, when I be like, I'm gonna call you back, they like, oh yeah, they laugh. Like, yeah, you playing.
I probably, not lately. No, I can't even say lately. It was probably one time. One or two times, but I'm more so of a person like, I forgot. I thought I responded. Like I'm a big person. Like,
that's crazy.
I thought I responded to the text.
That's crazy work, Lee. Tell somebody I thought I responded to a text.
Yeah, if I tell you like,
you can see the text.
But no, this is what I'm saying. Like I'm in a whole bunch of group chats, work related.
Oh yeah,
the mentor program, all that type of stuff. So
you hit them with
like,
the busy.
I definitely be missing text for real, but. If I say I'm gonna call you, I'm definitely. You better off
just don't text, just start calling. You can't be like,
people can vouch for me though. Like I can.
You can't be. You can't get older and be missing text messages and emails, bro. Business wise, you gonna have to be like, bro, just call me.
All right, last one. Here we go. Growing up, Blue's Clues, Rugrats, or Sesame Street.
Ooh, Blue's Clues, Rugrats, or Sesame Street.
I'm gonna go straight out the gate and have.
We talking about like kids? Yeah, I'm about to say kids.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Blue's Clues, like.
Yeah, I'm going Blue's
But
Clues.
Rugrats, that's a classic though. I feel like most people are gonna be like Rugrats. Come on now. But blues, they don't like. I don't know though. Like it's like that feeling. Blues Clues. Come on now. As a kid,
man, I'm gonna have you do one more. We're gonna do one more.
Bet.
One more.
All right, we're going to top 5.
Yep.
Top five. Name your top 5 cereals.
Hey, this where it get crazy.
This really where it get crazy. I ain't gonna lie. Top 5 cereals. Like got to be in order. Or just top 5?
Just
my
top 5.
All right.
Top 5.
Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
Oh no, but this gonna throw them off though. Cause before I was a Fruity Pebbles guy, I was a Cocoa Pebbles guy. Like crazy. So Cocoa Pebbles, Fruity Pebbles. I gotta go. What's my ones though? Waffle Crisp.
I was about to say, I know you got Waffle Crisp in there. Did I?
Bro, them the ones. Like,
man,
I ain't even had none in like a year. I go get some today. But Waffle Crisp number 1.
Man,
like insane. I don't even know. And then my other 2, I'm gonna say Lucky Charms, and then I'm gonna go Lucky Charms, and then I'm gonna go Frosted Flakes, regular old Frosted. What's your 5?
I'm gonna go honeycombs. Y'all sleep on honeycombs forever. Honeycombs. I go Life cereal, the original Life cereal.
Life
cereal.
Ain't that just the cornflakes?
No, Life good for sure.
I just seen Life for sure. I probably seen Life at your crib.
Frosted Rice Krispies. Sure. They selling them in stores, and I get you a pack.
Oh, the Rice Krispie ones?
The Frosted Rice Krispies.
Oh, no, that's new. It was just a regular rice.
I would go Reese's Puffs and Fruit Loops.
But I ain't really a Fruit Loop guy. I eat Fruit Loops if it's in the crib, but other than that, you gotta have some Fruity Pebbles or some Cocoa Pebbles or some Frosted Flakes. I'm straight.
Yes, sir. Thank you all for pulling up to the Let's Talk About It podcast. But before we get out of here, I want to say happy National Women's International Month.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Happy National International.
I want to leave y'all with a quote. It says, setbacks or problems are to be expected, but not permanent. Thank y'all again for tuning in to the Let's Talk About It podcast. We'll see y'all same time, same place.
Bet.